Hi all, this is Jenna from Sahlin Studio. Today we're going to go over the basics of the Over app. I have saved a few of my pocket style pages from Project Life into my camera roll, and we're going to embellish them using Over today. I do believe it's an iOS only app, but a comparable Android option is Letter Glow, which looks like this, or Pixel Lab. If you're following along, tap on the app to open it up. The top row is your camera roll. You can scroll through that or tap See All to see your pictures. But what we're going to do today is create our own canvas. We're going to tap on the little person icon down here at the bottom, and we're going to tap on the plus sign up here. We're also going to change the size of this canvas to 3600. So make sure Constrain Proportions is toggled on and tap 3600 in the box. And the check mark, of course. To bring in our layout, we're going to tap Image down here at the bottom left. And this is our camera roll. I'm going to add this layout and resize it to 125%. Tap it on the size tool and use the bar instead of using your fingers because you want to be exact on this one. Now tap the check mark. And here's where we can add the elements. If you tap on Image again, your camera roll pops up, but I have my embellishments in Dropbox, so I need to drag down to see more. You can edit this and add other cloud storage, but mine is open to Dropbox because this is where I was last. So that's nice. Sometimes it does help reduce the taps because you have to bring things in one at a time, so any help there is a bonus. Tap on the elephant. Isn't he adorable? But very large. So I'm going to use 2 fingers to resize him and move him over here. He is too cute. I'm going to use the tools at the bottom to get a closer eye on what's happening there. I need to nudge him over just a bit. Actually, I need to nudge him down just a little bit. I think he's placed pretty well in the center. I'm at least happy with it. While the toolbar is open at the bottom, we're going to add a shadow to this little guy. The default is to have the shadow off, and if you tap angle, you can adjust the angle a little bit. I always like to bump it down a little bit. And then I also bump the opacity down. It's just too harsh. So I put that on 20 usually. And then I will also change the blur and enlarge that a little bit to usually about 15 for this kind of item. You can also make a lot of changes. If you tap on the blend tool, you can really edit that little guy quite a bit. There are a ton of options in this app, so don't be afraid to play around with all of the options. This gray one's kind of fun, but I'm going to leave it like that. Again, there's the nudge tool, and as you slide over, it centers on the tool you're using. The rotate tool has a dial, and you can be very specific with it. It's nice to use. You can also change the color by using the tint or the adjust and the filters. But for now, I'm just going to tap the check mark because I like the way he looks. He's so cute. I am going to cheat a little bit and bring in another pen and use these same settings. So what I do is I tap on the item and I duplicate it. And I drag that duplicated item over and I tap on it and I tap replace. And your camera roll pops up and we go back to Dropbox. And I'm looking for the banner pen and I need a little punch of red for this page. So I'm going to add that. And I'm going to use my fingers to place it because it's not as exact as getting the page on the canvas. I like that. So I'm going to tap the check mark. I also want to bring in some artsy items, and I don't typically put a shadow on them, so I'm going to just tap Image and go that route. I love these fun yellow stars. They're too cute. Obviously too big. Again, I'm going to use 2 fingers to resize them and put them over here. I love them. They're so cute, but I want to add a couple more. So I'm going to tap on that and I'm going to duplicate it. I'm going to move the duplicated item over again. I'm going to tap on it and I'm going to tap Edit to open up the toolbar at the bottom. And I want to rotate this one just a bit. I'm going to use my finger to move it over and tap the check mark. I'm not going to go through every item I finally put on this whole thing, but I do want to show you some other options. Here is the layers panel, and by moving one of these around, you can change the layers. Tap on those 3 lines, hold and drag. And if you're layering a lot of things, you can do that. You can also add your own font. So if you tap on text and add a text box, you can import your own fonts, which is a nice feature. I typically do my journaling in the Project Life app and save it on the page that way. It's just easier. There's a ton of kits that coordinate with other things, and I just make my page how I want it and search for a journal card that matches. In regards to saving your page, you want to tap up here, and you want to tap Share and Save Image. If you tap Save to Photos to save your page, it saves very large, and I believe it saves as a PNG that way also. I'm not quite sure on that, but it's too large. I can't do anything with it that large. So I always tap Share and Save Image. That is the best route to go. If you are an app scrapper and have any experience with Over or Project Life, please share with us your tips and tricks. There's a Project Mouse Facebook group, and there's also a Sahlin Studio Facebook page. So check those things out for more product information and helpful tips. And we will talk with you again soon.